better watch out if you ignite him. He's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, feed him from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Niners and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a preseason matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Ray McLeod. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G. Last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Still on his feet. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And the catch made by Johnson. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Jacobs going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Carlson able to put this one through. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Lance. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Ready?
Here's Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. He got 29 yards that time.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And now here come the Raiders. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hoyer. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think you're exactly right about that, and what I know about this group doing the drafting, it's not all about instant value when they put their class together. They wanted every pick to be somebody they see as a starter, maybe not today, but someone they can develop to make him one within the first couple of seasons. How about their strategy? All about long-term upside, and they added a ton of it this spring.
Hoyer. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. McLeod to return it. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ready?
On 1st down, Lance sliding out of the pocket. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lance looks to throw again. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences.
Touchdown, 49ers. Charlie Warner. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Moody for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Hoyer. This is screen to Abdullah. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hoyer's throw into the hands of Hooper. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Here's McLeod on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Right at the 30. And Lance now to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From midfield, here's Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he gets it down to the 32. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Again, it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 12-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. So out come the Raiders. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Abdullah. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Lance looking to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Okay, right. Ready.
Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now Lance again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ray McLeod, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun. O'Connell has got Hooper on the short connection. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they could try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Kerry Hyder flying in and laying the lumber defensively. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Pass is caught for a first, but he's looking for more. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready, set.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Holding. Offense.
He was trying to clear the way of the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We take a break.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, robbed home with an easy win, and here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?